Hi folks, the Filipina P here. Everyone has their good and bad traits, and Filipinas are no exception. But due to our culture, we have a different list of qualities than you might expect. So why do men from all over the world come here on a quest to find a Filipina? What makes us worth all the effort? And what's gonna drive you crazy once you succeed? Is it once a week? Once a day?
7 times a day.
7 times. So what's the best thing about Filipinas?
They genuinely enjoy doing things for you.
Doing things for you? Like
Just
what?
Almost everything. They love taking care of you, pampering you, going out of their way to do things for you, making sure you're comfortable.
Is that your experience from a Filipina?
Yes, that has definitely been my experience.
Okay.
So, and it's genuine. It's not a facade, you know what I mean? So
How sure are you?
I'm pretty sure.
People say that they're just doing it because of money.
I'm sure that could be the case sometimes, but I don't think that's going to hold true as the general rule.
Right.
That has not been my experience.
You feel the genuine care and love that you're Filipina.
Exactly.
Okay, so does she cook for you? Clean for you?
All of that, yeah. Everything that you could list.
Is it kind of refreshing to be treated that way?
It's almost, like I said, an alien concept. It's such a different vibe altogether, you know.
Right, so stepping into a twilight zone and then now you're here, this is your new reality.
Exactly, yeah.
Are you getting used to it, to that?
Oh yeah, very easily.
What's the best thing about Filipinas?
They're really easygoing, so they're really easily pleased. So, it doesn't have to be like a huge big date or like a big fancy dinner. It's like, we've just eaten balut. She was super happy.
Aww.
Me not so happy, but that's okay, I didn't have to eat it.
Did you know what balut was?
Okay, yeah, sure, I know what it is, yeah.
The fertilized duck?
Yeah, and she's like, this is the 10 date, and I don't want to know the details.
Okay.
But they're super happy with just walking along like the front or just having some balut or, a coffee and a walk. It doesn't need to be like super grand.
I don't want to say cheap, but inexpensive date?
Well, hey, don't get me wrong. I know I'm Scottish, but let's not go there. No, not that they're inexpensive, although that is true.
Yeah.
But it's just that they're easily pleased. So, like, they'll be super pleased if it is like an expensive meal, or like we've just been to Bohol for a couple of days and did lots of sightseeing, and obviously that was great. Mm-hmm. But like, I think equally pleased just to have a coffee and some balut on the front.
So we value your companionship more than the things that you provide for us. Like we don't expect you to buy us fancy steak, wine, but we're happy to have balut.
Yes, unlike Western girls.
No, unlike Western girls, why?
Well, I don't date Western girls and haven't done for a long time. But they are much more high maintenance and.
High maintenance.
Yeah.
So Filipinas are low maintenance but prettier.
Prettier. Easier going, more loving, etc.
What's the best thing about Filipinas, Filipino women?
But the Filipino women is very smiley person and very sympathetic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
they always smile at you.
Yeah, look you. Yeah.
Okay.
The people still like very younger.
Younger.
Yeah, like you are best example for the Filipina women.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I look younger?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Than me for sure. You are very younger than me.
So are the women extra friendly? They're paying attention to you, smiling at you, or waving at you?
Yeah, a lot maybe. I don't know.
How does it feel to be welcomed that way?
I'm very comfortable here.
Very comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. How is it different from Spain? Are women like that there?
The people in Spain is more reserved.
More reserved.
Yeah.
Okay. So Filipinas are easy to be with and always smiling. That's the best thing about us.
Mm-hmm.
What is the best thing about Filipinas, in your opinion?
Well, of course, people say that, they speak English, which is great.
Okay.
So, we can understand each other. But I think that overall, Filipinos really do value relationship, and there's that loyalty to relationship, and I think that's sincere. I mean, I think it's easier to make a relationship with a Filipina
Okay.
long term than a lot of these other countries that I've been in. And it just turns out that in my travels, it seems like, you know, Filipinas are the best choice for, you know, having a wife and a family and you know, having a good partner who's, you know, hardworking.
Is that your end goal?
Yeah, I just went and met my girlfriend's family.
Oh,
And,
that's awesome.
You know, that was, I have never done anything like that before. So that means that she's
Yeah,
thinking
she's-
about future.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well that's good. And it says, you know, I want to show you to my family and show you that I'm proud of you.
Oh, that's a really
and
good
introduce
indication.
you to my church and my whole family and everything.
So tell us, what's the best thing about Filipinas?
They're very, very traditional. They're conservative, and I like that. It's so different than the Western women are nowadays, and I really appreciate that. There seems to be a greater respect and a greater kindness, and there's still that shyness. You know, I have yet to meet a Filipina that is loud and boisterous and nagging.
We have ladies here.
Okay.
Like ladylike. We want to be the lady of the relationship, not wearing the pants.
Let me add another thing too, you know, and we're out sightseeing, and I see a nice little souvenir or something, you know, like a T-shirt or something, and I say, "Hi, dear, would you like this?" Or, "Oh no, that's kind of expensive," you know, and it's really not, you know. Maybe it's what,
We're frugal.
300 pesos or something, and they're frugal. Yeah, they're very frugal, and that's not to disparage the women back in the West, because
Sure.
there are many fine women there. It just seems like they're becoming fewer and fewer, and
True. That's
and-
sad.
yeah, it really is. It really is. And I have a good friend in America, and he's been married over 10 years now to a Filipina, and he's encouraged me to come to the Philippines, you know, find a nice traditional Filipina girl, and yeah, they have a very happy relationship, and I almost envy them. And so, God willing, you know, there's someone here for me.
So what's the best thing about Filipinas?
I think the best thing about them is they're beautiful people. They're always kind. They're always helpful. I came in 1987 the first time in the Marine Corps.
Oh.
And then I've been here in 2019, and then I came back 2022, 23, and 24, and the last 3 years I have the same girlfriend. So
The
it's been
same girlfriend.
It's been good experiences for me.
Okay, so how is she? Describe to me your girlfriend. How is she taking care of you?
Oh, she gets up in the morning, cooks me breakfast.
Aw.
She
Do you
treats
feel
me
like a
really well.
king?
I don't know about
Awesome.
a king. I don't know about a king, but I feel really good the way she treats me, so that's awesome.
How are we different from Western women? Compared to your
Oh,
previous
my
relationships with Western women.
There's some, now, women in general in Western, there's some good ones and bad ones, but
Sure.
typically the women in the West, when you go through a divorce, they try to take you half of everything.
Okay.
So you have to watch out for that.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like the people here, it seems like if they get divorced here, which they're not allowed to, but it seems like they just go on their separate way and don't worry about anything else from the people I've talked to.
Let's talk about the best thing about Filipinas.
Best thing about Filipinas,
Yep.
they're just absolutely gorgeous and they don't know it.
Gorgeous. What? Physically, attitude-wise?
The whole package and everything else. I mean, mentally, physically, everything else. I mean, they got a big heart, you know, it all goes into the same thing. And they just don't see it in themselves.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't.
No, neither do I. No matter what, they're happy with life. You know, they just, they don't look on the bad side of anything. You know, they're never depressed and everything else. I mean, no matter what life throws at them, they're just happy to be here.
Even after a disaster, you know, like a typhoon or something.
After a typhoon, my car got washed out to sea, but it's clean.
Yeah, so we're not depressed. We're happy people.
Happy people. They are really not gold diggers. They are satisfied with whatever they get. I mean, I've never met one yet that, and I'm sure they're out there, but I have never met one yet that is just strictly after the money. I might be the lucky guy that just avoids them, but I'd say the vast majority of people in this country are just fantastic, and that that includes the Filipinas. It's going to be the same.
Okay, so your previous girlfriends are not always asking for financial assistance?
No.
Okay, so they're happy just being with you and just not materialistic, I'd say.
Not materialistic at all. They like going to the store and picking out a 50-cent dress that looks great on them, and they're happy to get it,
Yeah, like we have the okay, the shorts.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 cents or sometimes like 20 pesos or 50 pesos.
That's a positive and a negative, because a lot of times you want something that's a little bit better.
Right.
You go on Fast Cat, you want to be in the business class. Their center says, it's 20 pesos more than being cramped in the tourist class.
I know.
And so you end up, before you know it, they bought the ticket, you're in tourist class, you're just like hating life, ready to swim back to the last island.
Sounds great, right? But with the good comes the not so good. All right, so what's the most annoying thing about Filipinas?
I don't know if I would call it annoying, but it's definitely something that takes getting used to, is that Filipinos are definitely very clingy.
Clingy, define clingy.
You will have your Filipina attached to you whenever you are in public, everywhere you go, every moment.
Every moment, like 24/7?
Well, maybe not 24/7, but if you're walking, she's going to be holding onto your arm, holding onto your hand, or something like that. So that's definitely something that took a little getting used to. Like I said, I don't know if I would call it a negative, but it's definitely something you got to get used to.
So how long did it take you to get used to it?
Not long, but
Months?
No. I mean, it's just it's not unusual to see two women here walking arm in arm. So it's a Filipino thing, I think, just in general. Two guys walking like that, two girls, and it's not a gay thing or anything like that. It's just friends, and it's just in their nature to be that way.
We're so touchy.
Exactly.
But we took it to the next level.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
It's almost like, this is mine.
This is mine. This is like a statement, like, back off, ladies.
Exactly. And it even goes so far as, if you're going to go somewhere and you're like, hey, I'm just going to pop down. Oh, no, I'll go with you. You were going to have to make a concerted effort to do something independently. Let's just say that.
Okay, gotcha. I suppose you are allowed to go by yourself going to the bathroom, right?
Everybody has boundaries,
Okay, so you've seen some of my videos, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you're familiar with holding the lumber while you slumber?
Yes, I am.
So since Filipinos are so touchy, have you had that experience?
I don't know about why we slumber, but yeah, touchy is definitely on the menu, yes.
On the menu, awesome. What's the most annoying things about Filipinas?
When you have a date, they use the game with her friends. So it's like, okay, we're going to go all together, or what's going on,
So they bring their friends during a date?
Yeah, but you don't know the intention that they give your friends, Maybe we are going to enjoy the time all together, or it's like kind of protection, I don't know.
Okay, so you had that experience?
Yeah.
Ooh, how many times? How many?
3 times.
3 times. 3 different dates, 3 different Filipinas. They all brought their
Friends.
Some friends. So how many friends did she bring during the date?
Maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3? Do you have to pay for their meals as well?
I'm not going to pay for all the table. I don't have this money. Well, I don't want.
So what's the most annoying thing about us Filipinas?
Probably that you're very jealous all the time.
We're too jealous.
Just keep on questioning whether the relationship is good.
Really?
Whether you're committed to the relationship.
Oh, so constantly?
Yes.
How constant is it? Once a week? Once a day?
7 times a day.
7 times. What is the most annoying thing about Filipinas?
The phone thing, the computers, it's...
Is she glued?
Always.
Even when you guys are together?
At the cafe.
At the cafe?
We went to the beach, at the beach, in the bedroom, on the phone.
Did you confront her? Like, hey, who are you talking to?
I did. In the first date that I had with that girl, I texted her, I said, there's something that's kind of bothering me. And I said, she said, well, what is it? And
She's always on the phone.
I said, the phone thing, it's just I feel like you're ignoring me. And
I'm surprised you went out for another date after the first date.
Right. Well, no, because she said, well, just tell me so that I can slowly work on it.
Okay. Okay.
So I gave the chance.
Did she change?
No, it even got worse. That relationship is finished, by the way, but the point is I said again to her, you know, the phone thing is really a problem. And she says, why, you think I'm chatting another guy and you don't trust me now or something? I said,
Trust has to be earned.
how can I trust you when you're not even in the moment with me and you're not even, you know, giving me any attention? I mean, you're completely ignoring me.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody wants to feel like that. So anyways, guys, if you're out there, just don't let them get away with it. I mean,
don't let
put
them
the
get
phone
away.
down.
That should be like the #1 rule for every date. No phones allowed.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Let's connect.
I used to have a rule in the bedroom. It was like no phone on the bed. You know, the bed is a sacred place. No phones in the bed.
What is the most annoying thing about Filipinos?
I know it is the super cliche, but
Yeah.
it is the jealousy.
Jealousy. Tell us about the jealousy.
It's like the meme of like getting beaten up because like she wakes up and she's been dreaming that you were cheating on her, so she starts beating you up. It's kind of like that. It's like, why is she looking at you? I'm like, who's looking at me? And it's my fault, obviously, that somebody's just been looking at me.
Wow.
So I'm not trying to say that people are looking at me all the time, but it's that kind of thing.
So, what's the most annoying thing about Filipinas?
Maybe the women is more shy and not adventure for discovery and other things and new things, maybe, for my experience.
Okay, so they're not too adventurous.
Yeah.
They're afraid to do stuff.
Yeah. I need to see the women from Philippines brave.
Brave.
Yeah.
Okay.
A strong women. Yeah, I want to see this.
Okay, you want to see the strong women of the Philippines. The most annoying thing about us Filipinos.
Too many of them want to be bloggers.
Oh yeah, too many bloggers.
Just Filipinos in general.
Yeah, just Filipinos in general.
Negative. Wow.
Yeah. Are we too loud? Are we too clingy? Are we too possessive?
Oh,
Are we too jealous?
Jealous. Oh my gosh. Jealousy. Yeah.
Jealousy.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me a story.
They just absolutely think that if a foreigner's walking down the street, every Filipino is going to try to grab them up. And they do not trust their friends whatsoever. And it's just like before you know it, you know, you're just suddenly thrust in the middle of their friendships they've had for years, and they hate their friends, and it's like, what happened to your friend? Why don't they come over anymore? It's like, I know they're trying to get you, and it's like, no.
Does it feel good though, being wanted that way?
No.
Wow.
You ask any foreigner, so that is one thing that we absolutely hate. You know, I know all the Filipinos and Filipinas over here, so it's just like, oh, that shows you how much they love you. No, it just irritates us.
What do they do? Do they let you go out by yourself, or you're not out? No.
It's the first one, no, I wasn't even allowed to go out, period, to go to eat breakfast.
Whether it's a younger Filipino or an older Filipino, or is it just innate? It's just in our DNA.
I think it's in your DNA.
Ay, Chihuahua.
Well, there you have it. Straight from the guys with their boots on the ground. You'll have to decide for yourself if we're worth all the jealous fits of tempo and unprovoked lumberjacking. But most of you seem to accept our flaws and still come to the conclusion that Filipinas are head and shoulders above the rest, even at 5 feet tall. Well, that's it for this episode, and I'll be back on Tuesday with something that will make you think and make you smile. Till then, folks. If you think about it, I'm kind of like your nurse, attending to your needs and making sure you get a healthy dose of what's good for you in the form of informational and funny videos. After all, laughter is the best medicine. The only thing I ask for my service is that you hit the thumbs up on this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so I'll know when you need assistance. Please also check out my Patreon page for extra content and exclusive features. And while you're recuperating, why not enjoy some of my other videos too? So, are you ready?